Hello, and welcome back to the continuing adventures of Chef Perry. In our last episode, we got a job from a settler at Fort Hagen Red Rocket to destroy the raiders at Federal Ration Stockpile, which we did. And then we came over here to Sunshine Tidings Co-op and decided to clean this place out because it is a good step toward being able to connect my existing settlements with Sanctuary Hills. And of course, Sanctuary Hills being a literal gold mine of all sorts of resources. So, at any rate, we'll scrap a couple of items here. And we'll put in our new go-to piece of furniture that I've discovered recently, or rediscovered, the shipping container. Which is where I can store things in sort of like a form of cloud storage. So that I can, retrieve things that I might need later. And also keep things separate that I don't want to, accidentally use or destroy in the process of, building settlements or, modifying weapons or armor or whatever. That can happen sometimes too. So, anyway. And we can also store things like this. There. What else? Okay, some of this stuff we can store in the workshop. Whoops. We can store in the workshop too. Some of this junk. And we can throw our extra grenades and mines and things in there too. Oh, and I have a Mossberg 500. Yeah, it might be easier to separate it by weapons. So, yeah, we'll just throw those extra weapons into the... And there's also a legendary 10mm pistol that I found. Hang on to that for the time being. We'll throw the extra weapons we're carrying around into the workbench for the time being, too. And later on, when we have a chance to actually have a workbench here, a weapons workbench, we can do things with these. And meanwhile, this other legendary pistol, we'll just throw that into the shipping container for now, so I can have access to it wherever I want. Okay, and then I think I've got some more aid items that I can drop off in the workbench here. And this workbench will be joined to others here soon enough, so I don't need to worry too much about isolating these resources. Well, it looks like I need to find some place to build a magazine rack so I can clean out my miscellaneous section here a little bit. because I am carrying around a pretty large library. Okay, that ought to do it for now. So I guess we'll head back to Red Rock at Fort Hagen to tell the settler there of my success at eliminating the raiders for them, and see if there's a settler that I can equip and send over here as a provisioner. I doubt there'll be too much resistance over this way because I think I've pretty much wiped everything out in here in Fort Hagen. A little bit of a lake here or something. It's like there's some stuff that we can harvest from here. Uh-oh. Okay, where? There. Okay, was that it? Oh, there's another one. See, I love this laser sight on this 10mm submachine gun. That's really good. Just put the red dot on whatever it is you want to kill and pull the trigger. Whoop. Okay. Oh, here we go. I guess I missed that one. Must have been something in the way. Yeah, now that I got that perk magazine from Sunshine Tidings, I can actually harvest Mirelurk meat from little tiny hatchlings. Okay, nicotine addiction. Okay, that's not a big deal. Alrighty. Oh, what are you doing there? That's my Brahmin skull I need to pick up. Oh, okay. Okay, you little shit. Die. Oh, now I've got to use an antibiotic because I got something from the Mirelurk hatchlings. So let's see what it is that we got. Fatigue. Okay, well, we'll take some antibiotics and then drink a whole bunch of water, as per usual. That's why you gotta carry lots of water when you're playing in survival, because everything makes you thirsty. All of the remedies are bad for you. Wow, I can't even hit that thing with VATS at this close a range. Okay, fine. Yeah, fight him. Kill him. Okay. We'll harvest these eggs too, because we can cook them up too. After all, we are Chef Perry. Even a cooking station here. Well, it looks like maybe it was super mutants that were cooking here last. Okay, well, let's see what we can make here. There's a skull, more bones. Okay. Well, I guess we'll continue on our way here. It's funny, but when I first started playing this game, I didn't really like automatic weapons at all. Of course, I didn't know the game extremely well, but it just seemed to me like the damage reduction per shot and all that kind of stuff made them, weaker. But that's not really the case, because this game is designed mainly to operate in VATS, and in VATS, a attack, I guess, in VATS actually queues up 3 shots instead of 1. So that increased fire rate actually does help your DPS a little bit. Wow, there's stuff blowing up over here. What's going on? We got anxious settlers running around. Is our settlement being attacked? Yes, it is. Look at that. There's a super mutant. Wow.
That's over.
Yeah. That one was radioactive, too. He was, like, irradiating me all over the place. Assassin's 38 Special Pistol. Okay, well, I'm sure I have the tidy bot around somewhere that can probably pick up most of this stuff for me. So I think we'll just find a gate and go inside. Looks like I'm nearly out of 10mm ammunition here. Let's see what else we have to cook here. Okay, well, there we go. Now we can make some Mirelurk egg omelets, some Mirelurk cakes. Okay. So I guess now, check and see who has a job and who doesn't here. Like everybody has a job. I'll have to repurpose a guard, I suppose. Oh, and there's the one that gave me the job to begin with.
I took care of those raiders for you.
Really? That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, okay. So we finished that up. Now, let's have a look in here. Okay, I don't have any guns that I need to break down. Okay, no armor to break down either. So we'll just store junk, except for that Brahmin skull. We'll put that in here right now. and we'll store junk. And I think, although this 10mm submachine gun is pretty cool, it's actually not a legendary item, so I think what we're going to do, probably just put that one away for a while. Yeah, but we'll put it up here on the wall. It'll look good. And maybe we'll put that Assassin's 38 special revolver up there too, because, to tell you the truth, I'm not really a pistol kind of guy. This one. I've spent one weapon perk so far, and it's on commando, so more of an automatic weapon kind of guy. Okay. And maybe what we'll do... Okay, we got that already. Right. There. I think I've got ammunition for everything. Yeah. Okay. I should probably check my portable container too. Looks like I have a lot of stuff in there, a lot of junk. We'll empty that out and store that junk in the workbench here too. Okay, and then next we need to hit the chemistry station and make a chef's jacket. Because we need to upgrade somebody here to turn them into a provisioner. Well, it looks to me like you've got a bit of a problem there. Maybe we'll move that over a little bit. How's that? Is that better? Okay. Well, I see a couple of guard type people up top there. Maybe we'll go and see one of them. See, if I can get connected to Sanctuary Hills, then I'll have all kinds of wood and stuff. I can finish building this settlement, like, you know, fill in that wall over there and, you know, some roofing and that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's talk to this guy.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Okay. Give you the chef's jacket. Yeah. Then we'll turn you into a provisioner going to Sunshine Tidings Co-op. Okay. So I've got a nice line going from Red Rocket and Natick up to Fort Hagen and up to Sunshine Tidings Co-op. And I've got Red Rocket truck stop cleared, but apparently not occupied. I must have forgot to activate the workbench. And Sanctuary looks like they've got really bad morale, so maybe I should go and check on those guys and find out what's going on over there. Okay. But we'll sleep the rest of the evening away here. So that we're not running around in the dark. Because I understand that it is difficult for viewers to see at nighttime, since I am running darker nights. Okay, well, I should be able to eat some of this tasty stuff that I've cooked here. Okay, we'll eat that. I also forgot to drop a bunch of this stuff off, too. Okay, so... run through this again. We can drop that off. And we can drop those off. Okay, we'll hold on to those because we'll use them at Sunshine Tidings, I think. And maybe those two. Drop these eggs off. Okay, we'll hang on to those two. Hey, look at that, squirrel stew. Okay, so everything seems to be pretty much going pretty well over here at the Fort Hagen Red Rocket, so... Oh, right, I was gonna do something with that, wasn't I? Okay, do I have a tidy bot out here already? No? Okay, we'll put one in. We'll open the shop door here. Then maybe make a little bit of room. Oh, okay. I don't have a tidy bot. I must not have gone to collect the schematics for that one. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't been to Vault 111 yet, so I guess maybe we better get on that. If I want to loot those super mutants, I'm going to have to do it by hand. Missed the switch. Missed. Come on. There. Okay, we'll drop off that ammunition that we're not currently using right now, too. Yeah. And now we'll head out toward Sanctuary Hills. Every time I just leave a settlement, I need to get a drink of water. If I wasn't on camera, I'd just turn around and go back and drink from a fountain, but I'll just use up one of my purified waters, I guess, since I'm carrying lots of them anyway. Oh, that's you, okay. Well, what's over here? Ooh, okay, a bunch of welding cylinders. I can't tell in the... I'm assuming those must be acetylene cylinders, although I don't know what color red would be. I suppose they're not following any real world color, actually, because usually acetylene cylinders are like black. And oxygen cylinders are green, so... not sure what kind of compressed gas would be in those. However, obviously, they behave like any other compressed gas cylinder. If the valve is compromised, that thing will take off. Probably won't fly in a straight line, though, but it'll probably take off and, you know, like, fly for a certain amount of distance before it falls to the ground. So it looks like somebody here was amusing himself by doing this. Although that's pretty high risk behavior. Because you never know what direction those things are going to go in if the valve is suddenly compromised and the gas inside starts to escape violently. Could make that thing take off like a rocket, or it could just simply flip it around, or maybe even if it's flammable gas, could even cause an explosion. Who knows? Anyway. Oh, somebody just stepped on a mine over there somewhere. There's a minefield over this way. Must be, there's a lone raider that lives over here somewhere. This area, and he probably stepped on the minefield. Stepped on a mine in the minefield. We'll go past the lake. Already harvested all the eggs and killed all the mirelurks, so there's the federal rations stockpile bunker. Have I snooped in here yet? Yeah, I have. But one thing we could do, now that this is a connected settlement, is we can fire up one of these Mr. Salvage robots. Wonderful labor-saving scrapping devices. Just have to wait for it to get ready to go for those blue lights to turn green, and then I can leave and it will basically scrap everything that it has within its library, I guess, to scrap. It doesn't do a perfect job, but it is a heck of a lot better than having to scrap everything in a settlement yourself. In the meantime, I can probably, yeah. there's the beep, which means I can leave after I drop off a few things here. Okay, so here we go. So the scrap bot is all started and going there, so we'll head on up this way toward that red rocket and get that workbench activated, and then see about getting supply line coming back this direction from there. Is there anything here for an encounter? Not that I can see. How about that? There's nothing here right now. That's good, I guess. Oh, because they're leaving. Where are you going? Come on back here. Just ran away. I'm right here. How dumb are you? I just shot you in the back. Was he by himself? Okay, well, we'll take his stuff. I guess he was by himself. We'll take a shortcut instead of following the road all the way around. I'll have to put a drum magazine on this grease gun because shooting things like super mutants, I almost ran out of bullets trying to kill him. It looks like here we are. There's Blake Abernathy.
We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
Okay, that's okay.
It's okay, I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
So what do you grow?
What kind of crops do you grow here?
Mostly potatoes so far, but we're starting on melons. Blake Abernathy. You new to the Commonwealth?
Yeah, sort of.
Yes. And no. It's a long story.
Either way, good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
Hell no.
Dig in the dirt all day? No thanks.
You're probably a wiser man than me then. Word of advice though, if you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
Yeah.
Bastards. All of them.
Yeah, but they're the best armed bastards in the Commonwealth. Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
The Minutemen?
Minutemen? You mean Preston Garvey's crew?
So you know them then. Any idea why they haven't been around so much lately?
Well, they're in Sanctuary.
He's over in Sanctuary, trying to rebuild the Minutemen.
You don't say. That's close by. If he'd only been there earlier, Mary may still be alive. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, It'd mean a lot to us.
Okay,
Don't
sure.
worry. I'll get that locket back for you.
Good. Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy again as long as it's gone.
Okay, what was that explosion? Oh, Fred O'Connell and Mercenary. Hey, look at this. We can harvest some more stuff over here. Okay. Fred O'Connell and Mercenary destroyed that gun turret that was out here. I'm not going to go in there right now because I don't think I am nearly tough enough to go in there at this moment. We'll just follow the creek back here as we head back toward the Red Rocket. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of taking the long way around for this. But anyway. I think I've been here before. Yeah, I have. Okay, well, looks like there's still raiders hanging around over there. Oh, well, this gun's not terribly accurate at longer ranges, I guess. Oh, I'm hitting him all right, though. Maybe the dog is just harder to get. Yeah. Well, let's see, what else have we got here? Yeah. This out. Okay, there's one more somewhere. Where are you? Where is that coming from? Bullets. Oh, there you are. Well, maybe I shouldn't use the exploding rounds on my dog. There. And that takes care of that. These guys don't have much, but this is actually a good encounter if you're just starting the game at Sanctuary, because they do have ammunition and you know, like food resources and that kind of thing that you take from them after you murder them. So there we go. What do we have over here? Got glowing rad roach. Okay. I think that's all that's over there. And while we're continuing our rather roundabout tour, looks like I need a drink of water now. Ooh. We might as well head on over this way. Because there's a little shack over this way. Has a few handy items in it, as well as some good stuff to harvest. Not a lot in here, but again, if you're just beginning your character at Sanctuary Hills, well, there's resources here that are, helpful. Things like glue and that kind of stuff. And over here is a little green box that I placed with a legendary bolt-action shotgun called Double Shot, which has the 2-shot legendary on it. Someday, maybe that will find its way onto the Nexus when I finally am not so lazy that I actually get around to uploading mods again. Yeah, where do you think you're going? Chasing him. Okay, fine. They pop up out of the ground and then run away. Yeah, so we'll just vats them. What's the matter, dog? You get tired of chasing them around? Go get him, boy. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't be shooting mole rats with my 45, my grease gun here. I should be shooting them with a weapon that shoots 38s instead. Oh. Where? Oh. Okay. Okay, that should take care of them. Okay, and we have a mystery safe here that requires a key. It needs the Vault 111 Overlook key to open. I have no idea where I might find that. We'll grab all this stuff. Looks like somebody was watching over. And this is a vanilla thing here, right? The chair and like the water and all that kind of stuff, the railroad sign. But in the vanilla game, I don't think they really ever got around to explaining who was sitting here basically watching the vault, right? That was something where they never really filled in the blanks for. So in the Fusion City Rising mod, basically it indicates that that person sitting at that lookout point was actually Deacon, watching the vault. But in the vanilla game, they don't really say much about it. It's just a thing that's there, and I guess you have to fill in the blanks with your own imagination or something. But anyway, here we are at Vault 111, and we're going to there. Take all this stuff. Press LB so that that goes away. Okay. We took all that stuff, but it didn't do anything. Sometimes it takes a while for that script to run, I guess. Pick up all this other stuff. And we'll pick up that. And we can actually go inside the vault. I should grab this stuff out of these boxes too while I'm here. Go inside the vault. And it normally doesn't take very long for this to go, so here we are. We're inside the vault. And this is a part of the alternate start mod where you actually can go and visit Vault 111. We can shoot the rad roaches. Of course, we can't interact with this Pip-Boy now, because we already have one of our own, apparently. And, now this door is already open. This is the one that is closed at the vanilla game, or rather this one. And there are people, dead people. I see dead people inside these pods. Guess I need to eat something here. What do I have that's already cooked? Roasted mirelurk meat. Okay. That. And here we are, back in the usual starting position, and it looks like somebody got out. Okay, there is... I guess that would be Nora in there.
Malfunction in cryopod manual release override.
Okay, so I can't open that one. This is interesting. Because I have never come in here with a character like Chef Perry before. I'm not going to bother picking that up. Yeah. So we'll come in here and we'll pick a bunch of this stuff up. And, yeah. Vault 111 security instructions. I'm pretty sure everybody has read these terminal entries many, many times. But I'll leave them up for a few seconds just so that people can pause and read the terminal entries if they haven't seen them before. So, I know I have read these so many times now that I don't even bother to read them anymore. It basically just talks about the cryogenic freeze experiment. And this is actually a pretty small vault since it wasn't expected to support any more than just a few maintenance and security people. And here's the logs by somebody in the security team. They're talking about how their life was, I guess, the vault. And it looks like there's a definite distance between the scientist types and the regular schmucks that work here. And then it looks like the security team is planning an insurrection. So, there we go. The last entry. They're going to storm the overseer's office and find a way out of the vault. And of course, there is, like evidence of a battle inside the vault here. There's bullet holes in the walls and floors and skeletons, all over the place. From, like people who obviously were killed in the conflict. That's interesting. He didn't say the line about the giant roaches. Oh, damn it. I accidentally sat at the picnic table. Okay, well, while we're sitting here at the picnic table, we'll grab those beer bottles and then we'll get up again. Beer bottle. Blue. Okay. And, anyway, this is the terminal where the, staff got to play a video game, Red Menace, which looks like a platformer very similar, like an extremely primitive platformer, very similar to the original Donkey Kong game, actually. That's what it reminds me of. There's a blast from the past, from the early 1980s. How many bottles of water have I got here anyway? Do I really need to fill any more right now? No, not really. Okay. So, let's see what's going on over here. Like there's a dead rad roach that got zapped. Oh, it looks like I got zapped a little bit, but... And, looks like the dog's going to get zapped a little bit, too. Okay, get out of the way, dog. Oh, that one actually made it all the way across. Yeah, well, I would, but you can't block when you have a firearm. Look at that. It is the male vault dweller. I've only ever found the female vault dweller before. So that's interesting. But anyway, let's listen to the holotape. Because this is sort of how the alternate start mod gets used, headed in the same direction as the vanilla start eventually, with this audio log.
Manual override initiated. Unit status suspended. This is the one. Here. Open it.
Well, but it looks as though this guy this guy got to watch his wife get murdered, and then he didn't last very long after escaping from his own pod before he either got killed by the Radroaches or zapped by this faulty power generation thing, or maybe both. This guy here is probably part of the big gun battle. You can see the remnants of it right here. Oh, well, we'll just whap that one. We'll whap that one. Yeah. A talented dog can open doors and everything. So here we go with the usual, oh boy, at this level we get a fancy 10mm pistol with a recon sight on it. Okay, and that is connected to, I believe, Xander's Aid. Mod Xander's Aid, because CP35 is the type of weapon in that mod. And I guess I don't need to pick up those. Can I pick this lock? Yes, I can. Oh, so close. Getting further away again.
Sweet. Nice.
Okay. And you know what? Even though Rec V5X and I kind of made some adjustments to the cryolator to improve its effective range and, you know, added some cold damage to it as well, instead of just generic energy damage, which is what the vanilla one has. It's still a pretty mediocre weapon. It has a much too small magazine size. That's something that if I had to go back again and change, I would probably increase the magazine size to like 100 or something instead of just 25. But anyway, we're full up, so we have to put some stuff in the portable container here. So, anyway. But that's what I think. I think that the cryolator does not even have, you know, particularly vanilla, does not have any kind of, you know, bang for your buck. It's just basically like most of the heavy weapons in this game. It's heavy, and it has pretty low damage and bulky to carry around, and the ammunition type is extremely rare. Although we did also adjust the level list so that you can actually find cryo cells out in the world.
Terminal should open this.
Alright. But basically in the vanilla game, you basically found, you got the 200 cryo cells that the gun comes with, right? Because when you find it, you get 200 cryo cells. And that's all you get. So anyway, we have some instructions for the Vault Overseer and his notes on the cryolator, which he is busy trying to make. And then the same, basically the same, except for the Overseer's log, which is his personal take on what happened here, I guess. But basically, hostilities started between the Overseer with the scientists on his side and the maintenance and security people on the other side. And by the looks of it, they killed each other. And nobody got out of the vault. So, personally, I think it would have been better off if he had just, you you know, opened the door and let the guys out that wanted out. But anyway. Is there a sink or something nearby? Yeah. Grab that pack of smokes. Have a drink in the sink. Okay, so we can try this cryolator thing out here a little bit on these rad roaches in the hallway. It's basically went from being an absolutely useless weapon with Rec V5X and my adjustments to becoming a okay weapon. Kind of got the dog too. Oh, look at, there's a, okay, missed one, I guess. One thing about it, even with the small magazine size, at least the reload time isn't too bad. And you can turn this thing into a projectile weapon as well, but I personally think that the frost, you know, sort of like plasma caster or whatever, like the cloud or cone of frost that you can shoot with it is actually probably more effective. I mean, there's other ballistic weapons out there that are far lighter and easier to handle and do more damage than the frostolator or whatever it's called does. Cryolator. But anyway, we'll pause briefly while we head outside. And here we are. So we'll head back down to Sanctuary Hills. Another little green box with another legendary weapon I created, although it's not really all that great. I was basically just doing this to learn how to use the creation kit, and I followed a tutorial to learn how to make legendary weapons and place them in the world. And the little green box there is kind of my favorite way to place items in the world, because it's the easiest way. I did try just placing some weapons, just, you know, legendary weapons, just laying on a surface, but it's kind of difficult to do because what happens is that they become associated with this big red X. And you can't see the big red X in game, but you can see it in the creation kit. But it's very hard to, I guess, tell which way your weapon that you lay down on top of a counter or whatever is going to be oriented. You know, like it could be on end, or it could be upside down, or levitating a few inches off of the surface or whatever, because you know, where you place that X, it's kind of hard to tell. You know, like how your weapon is going to be tied to that X, right? So I just find it easier to put a green box down and set that in there, and then there are ways to, you know, have your legendary weapon spawn inside the green box. Okay, and it looks as though we're not done scrapping things here either. It looks like I didn't actually spend very much time here at Sanctuary Hills. Need to resume salvaging, because there's a lot of stuff here I think that you just didn't get. Okay. Meanwhile, guess we'll throw some more junk in the thing here, and okay. That. There's a few caps to pick up. There's also some ammunition, but I'm going to build a, I think I'm going to build a shipping container, and before I get too far into making more, or setting up more settlements, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this shipping container here. And I will grab all the ammunition out of this workbench and stick it in there. Okay, throw that in there too. This in there. Throw that in there. Okay. Well, it looks like our Mr. Salvage bot is not going to scrap anything else for me, so I might as well just get rid of him. Yeah, and then what? We've got some things we need to unload here. Like we got some cooking to do here again, too. Well, lots of cooking. Okay, so we're carrying a little extra stuff around, or a little extra weight around because of this. And so anyway, I figured I'd play around with this cryolator for a bit. No real reason to, but why not? And we'll just put up a shelf here and get rid of some of these magazines that we're carrying around. Wow, okay. Looks like those are parts for that. Wow, I've almost got enough to... I do have enough to fill up a shelf completely. Not to buy or build a second shelf here. Okay, there. So now, I guess what we'll do, build a... Oh, right. Okay, you know what'll happen though is I'll sleep, and then that'll cause that Mr. Tidybot script to finish running. Okay. So we need to have a drink of water and something to eat. And I'm not sure why that's not running, but perhaps we'll call it an episode here. And hopefully when I restart my game, I'll try and get that Mr. Tidy thing to run. And in the meantime, I'll take care of a few things off camera. So hopefully you all enjoyed Chef Perry today and his continuing adventures. And I guess next time around we'll head off to the Olivia satellite array to see if we can get a locket back and recruit the Abernathy Farm settlement. So until then, I'm Sandman99 and I hope you enjoyed it.